Howdy, y'all. I'm Swan Marion, the bookworm cowboy. Can I get a howdy?
Howdy!
Let's see if we can up the amp. Howdy!
Howdy!
Come on, you can do better than that. Howdy! Can anyone do that?
Just you, man.
Anyway, I'm a bookworm cowboy. In fact, I'm going to read some parts of this book to you. It's called The Trumpet of the Swan by Ellen Brooks White, E.B. White, the same guy who wrote Stuart Little and Charlotte's Web. This is his well-known book. The book is about a trumpeter swan who has no voice, but can play the trumpet as good as Louis Armstrong. In fact, the character, the trumpeter swan, is named Louis. You know, this chapter is called Serena, his love interest. One day, about a week before Christmas, a great storm came up. And let me know if you want to hear any voices you want me to play as.
Clint Eastwood.
A great storm came up. The sky grew dark. The wind blew a howling gale. It made a whining noise. Windows rattled. Shutters came off the hinges.
Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Old newspapers and candy wrappers were picked up by the wind and scattered like confetti. Many of the creatures in the zoo became restless and uneasy. Over in the elephant house, the elephants trumpeted in alarm. Lions roared and paced back and forth.
Fran Drescher.
I don't know that one. The great black cockatoo screamed.
Morgan Freeman.
Keepers rushed here and there, shutting doors and windows and making everything secure against the awful force of the gale. Waters of Bird Lake were ruffled by the strong, mighty wind, and for a while the lake looked like a small ocean.
SpongeBob.
Any of the water birds sought protection on the island. Lewis rode out the gale on the lake in the lee of the island. He faced the wind and kept paddling with his feet, his eyes bright with wonder at the strength of the blast. Suddenly he saw an object in the sky.
Popeye.
It was coming down off the clouds. At first he couldn't make out what it was. Maybe it's a flying saucer, he thought. Then he realized that it was a large white bird, struggling desperately to come in against the wind. Its wings were beating rapidly. In a moment it splashed down and flopped ashore, where it lay sprawled out as if it were dead. Lewis stared and stared and stared. Then he looked again. It looks like a swan, he thought. It was a swan. It looks like a trumpeter swan, he thought. It was a trumpeter swan. My goodness, said Lewis to himself. It looks like Serena. It is Serena. She's here at last. My prayers have been answered. Lewis was right. Serena, the swan of his desiring, had been caught by the fierce storm and blown all the way across America.
Samuel L. Jackson.
When she looked down and saw Bird Lake, she ended her motherfucking flight, almost dead by exhaustion. Lewis was tempted to rush right over. But then he thought, no, that would be a mistake. She's in no condition to, at the
Barry
moment,
White.
to perceive the depth of my affection and the extent of my love. Oh,
Pee Wee Herman.
ah, she is too pooped. I will wait. I will bide my time. I will give her a chance to recover. And I will renew our acquaintance and make myself known. Lewis did not go to his job that night. The weather was too bad. All night he stayed awake, keeping watch at a slight distance from his beloved. When the morning came, the wind subsided. The skies cleared. The lake grew calm. Oh, Mani Padme Hum.
Lucky, the Lucky Charms mascot.
The storm was over. Serena stirred and woke. She was still exhausted and very mussy. Lewis stayed away from her. I'll just wait, he thought. And in love, one must take risks. I'm not going to risk everything with a...
Time.
Okay. I guess I'll have to finish the story later. Catch you later.
Vincent.
Thank you, Vincent. To be continued.